This is, in your business, peak season, peak shipping season. What is it telling you about the state of the economy now?
So when we think about peak season, particularly right now, probably the most common definition of that is the delivery of international goods to the U.S. in anticipation of the Christmas season. So that's kind of peak season for us. So we think about it in terms of our intermodal business. And right now, we had actually hoped, we had a peak season last year that was mild. We thought it was going to be stronger, but it's not as strong as we had hoped. But it is a couple percentage points year over year better than last year. And so, the peak season, the popular terminology, people are saying it's going to be a little muted this year, but it is ramping up right now. Just to kind of give you a touch point for us, for Union Pacific, our busiest month of the year is the last 2 weeks in September and the first 2 weeks of October. That's kind of, that is the peak season. That is really where the full impact of the new model changeover for automobiles starts to move to the showroom floors. It's the beginning of the fall harvest and those kinds of things. So that's what really drives, but when we talk about peak, we're really thinking about that international intermodal play. And so it's coming in a couple points stronger than a year ago.
So it's reflecting the overall growth we're seeing in the economy, which is, it's positive, but it isn't very high.
Correct.
Okay. And can you look at particular industries or particular sectors and identify shifts or trends there?
Sure, I can give you the optimist. I can give you the glass half full, and I can give you the glass half empty.
Well, we want the good news first.
The good news. Let me tell you the good news. The good news is our lumber business is up low double digits, and it has been throughout the entire year. So that's a good indication. You've kind of seen housing starts, the expectation ramping up by all the economic experts through the year. And now I think Global Insights is around 760, but the latest information was permits came out at just over 800. So those are all good indications. And our lumber business would tell us that that's good. Let's see what else. Automobile sales. Our automobile business is quite strong. And they're predicting now somewhere between 14.2 and 14.5 in terms of the SAR rate, or the annualized sales rate.
That'll be the best year in quite a while.
It will be. And that's certainly good news. And again, consumers who aren't confident aren't necessarily out there buying cars. And so the fact that they are out there still buying cars, pretty good indication for us. Our domestic intermodal, so this is the business that we're working very hard with great service, consistency and reliability to take off of trucks and put on the railroad. We had a record year last year, and we have been consistently ahead of that this year. So that's continuing to do well for us. And those are really what I would describe as kind of the economically sensitive. That's kind of the piece of our business that really is kind of a bellwether for what's happening in the economy. So we're seeing some nice, slow growth, and it's continuing at this point in time.